All right, hey, welcome to Tomcat. Today we are going to go over 3 Tomcat walk-behinds available now in the version 2.1 series. You've got the Sport, the Carbon, and the Hero. The machines all have different size scrub decks, different size tanks, and different size battery configurations, but they all have the same design characteristics. So we're going to touch on all 3 models today, the scrub decks available, and what makes them unique. Stay tuned. All 3 of those scrub decks are made out of stainless steel. No one else in the industry offers that even as an option. It's standard on every single Tomcat scrubber. We have class-leading down pressure and RPM available. Our Edge deck maxes out on the Carbon at 200 pounds of head pressure and 2,900 RPMs with an optional motor upgrade. Let's talk about actuators. How do we get that down pressure? We have a real actuator that raises and lowers your scrub deck and can apply heavy down pressure. On top of the stainless steel scrub decks are mounted industry-leading scrub motors. Pop open the hood and look at our scrub decks and you'll see that no one else builds a machine like we do. Steel jaws up front, big heavy latch opens up to reveal your scrub deck. Disc brushes come on and off easily. Shrouds come off easily with a set of hand screws. Simply pull the covering off and it gives you great access right to your scrub brush. Cylindrical decks are easy as well. Simply push this button to release the door and grab your brush. All right, so the cylindrical scrub deck, all stainless steel, class-leading motor size, down pressure, and tip speed on the brushes. Full stainless steel scrub deck and also a stainless steel hopper that slides out to catch all your debris. All right, so as I stated before, all 3 walk-behind Sport, Carbon, and Hero models from Tomcat are essentially the same machine, just small, medium, and large versions of one another. The design, functions, and the engineering is identical on all 3, just different sizes. So, for the sake of space, I'm going to go over a Carbon orbital scrub deck today and walk you through the features and functions of the machine and what sets it apart from the competition. So we're going to start up front, that's where I'm at, looking at 2 fill points. There's 3 total, 2 of them are located in the front of the machine. You have a screen here that is going to strain out any large debris in case you're dumping in chemical, or maybe you have a student in the building that decides to throw some trash in the machine. This is going to grab it. Stainless steel, of course. You also have a retractable fill hose that can go out and plug onto any faucet. It's got a little bit of a suction cup on the end. Plug this onto a faucet, turn the faucet on, and you can watch the machine fill from the rear on the sight gauge. Put that back in place, and then there's a rubber flap that you can put down so that if the machine has any water sloshing around, it doesn't come out of the front. I like to point out when I'm in front of the machine that the machine does tip back. This gives you top-down maintenance on this machine. If you're going to do any PMs yourself, if the customer's handy, it also helps to just show off the rugged durability of our machine. Show off the stainless steel scrub decks, the oversized motor. You've got an actuator. Also, your solution valve is located up front. Batteries, whether you have wet lead acid batteries, AGM, or if you have the lithium batteries, they're located here, as well as the operator manual. Everything is sitting in a battery tray, regardless of the battery type that you get, and all core components are bolted through a steel frame. Unlike our competition that so conveniently bolts things to plastic tanks, we bolt through a steel frame using only stainless steel fasteners, lock washers, nuts, bolts, you name it. Let's go ahead and tip the tank back down. All right, we're going to latch it in place. On top of the machine, you're going to notice this large lid, okay? A couple of things it does. One, it gives you unparalleled viewing and access to your dirty water recovery tank. It also, from the operator position, allows the operator to look inside and see if the tank is getting full. We have at least 10% more capacity for dirty water on our walk-behind scrubbers than we do clean water. That means there's plenty of room for additional water you might find, as well as foam. Inside the tank, your dirty water comes up through this black hose and gets dumped into our drain saver. This yellow box is going to collect any debris that your dust mop might have missed. Make sure you dump the contents of this drain saver into a garbage can, rinse it out, and replace it back in your scrubber each day. This stainless steel baffle that's in the machine is going to keep foam on one side, dirty water on the other, and it keeps water from sloshing around inside of your tank. A patented feature we have that no one else does is unparalleled vacuum motor protection. If you look here, every scrubber's got a float, sure, but is theirs made out of stainless steel? Nope, only Tomcat. right? We've also got a pre-filter. This screen right here is going to grab any debris before it goes into your vacuum motor. Your screen is not clamped on with a sad little hose clip. It's a drop-in, right? So you need to remove the cap, and the filter comes up from the bottom. No one will accidentally knock this off and you'll find it floating in a tank, not with a Tomcat. Stainless steel screen, oversized ping pong float, better protection for vacuum motors. Hey, when you're putting this little twisty cap on, don't try and be a Hercules. Just put it on until it's thumb tight, okay? All right, so let's say that you've got some special unicorn in your building, right? I'm sure you've got a special breed of stupid that nobody else does running your auto scrubber. I've heard it a million times. All right, so this machine has 10% extra capacity available in the recovery tank. You've got a clear lid on top so the operator can see if the tank is getting full. You've also got a red light that's going to glow in the face of the operator if your tank gets too full. It trips a pressure switch on our machine. But we have something that no one else does have. Vacuum motors are the #1 preventable failure on an auto scrubber. They should last a few hundred hours. Most people maybe get 100 before they toast their vacuum motor. How's it happen? It happens because of foam and excess water in your tank. So if you get too much water or too much foam inside of your tank, any auto scrubber in the world, if it gets past your float and gets into this hose, it's going straight into your vacuum motor. Not on a Tomcat. Check this out. All right, so you know and I know if you get water in this hose on every other scrubber in the planet, it goes into your vacuum motor. That starts the clock on your vacuum motor. It's a ticking time bomb at that point. It's gonna rust, it's gonna oxidize, and it's gonna seize up. Also, every other machine, look at where your vacuum motor is located. It's gonna ingest that water and blow it all over your batteries or all over a controller. Not on a Tomcat. You suck water into this hose, and then when I turn off the motor, it leaks out harmlessly on the floor. Tomcat features a patented bando system. It can hold over 2 liters of water. The water goes into the bando, spins around harmlessly. When the vacuum motor shuts off, this duckbill valve, the unloader valve, releases. Water leaks out on the floor, never touches your vacuum motor. Try that on every other machine you've ever seen. So now we're to the rear of the machine. Tomcat offers free of charge either a military grade panel or a touchscreen. Your choice, no extra charge. We have separate videos on those operations that you can view. Just go to our YouTube page, you'll find them there. All right, so you have your control panel, key switch. All of our walk-behinds come with an e-stop, as well as a speed control. Your squeegee lever to raise and lower your squeegee is in the same spot regardless of the control panel. Your propulsion buttons, you want to drive the machine forward, you have a button under each handlebar, one on the left, one on the right. They both do the same thing. You can use both of them or one or the other. And then if you want to bring the machine backwards, your reverse switch is right here by itself. We do that on purpose. It's not a twist grip, it's not some lawnmower handlebar. If your feet are wet and you slip holding this switch, your finger comes right off of it. For us, it's a safety feature. Also in the back of the machine are your hoses. You have your drain hose. Simple setup, you've probably seen before, crush valve, you can rotate this shut, open up your cap, and then you can let the dirty water out of the machine. All right, also your squeegee hose. Cool thing about our machine, they don't run all over the scrubber. If you get a clog in your squeegee hose, it comes right off. No mechanic required. Clear the clog, you're back in business. You also have in the rear of the machine your third and final fill point. Most of the time, this is how you will probably use the machine, or an operator will in real life. You'll back the machine into a closet, you'll fill the machine because you can fill here, and you can actually watch on your sight gauge here. Squeegee, okay? It's a breakaway squeegee design. It's all stainless steel, just like the scrub deck. Couple of hand screws, comes right off. You can see, beautiful stainless steel blank. Toolless band flipping and change in the front and the back. And then last but not least, might be a blessing, might be a curse, but we have a dual USB charger and also a voltage meter located on the side of all of our walk-behinds. Depending on what charger you get with the machine and which battery configuration you have, the charger will be located on the back if it's an onboard charger. If you have an external charger, it plugs in right here. So the Tomcat Sport, Carbon, and Hero v2.1s are available on multiple scrub decks. The 3 scrub decks that are available in the industry are disc, cylindrical, and orbital scrub decks. We have all 3 in varying sizes depending on which model you choose. We have disc scrub decks from 20 inches to 34, single and dual disc. The disc auto scrubber is the jack of all trades. It's simple, it's durable, and works on every type of hard flooring. We also have orbital. We call them the Edge. Our Edge scrub decks are the undefeated champion of top scrubbing. The highest down pressure, the highest RPMs with an optional 2,900 RPM motor. We take off more finish than anybody. I double dog dare you, demo one in person and you'll see the difference. They also work well on shallow grout lines and also some of that funky LVT flooring that people are putting into buildings. And last but certainly not least is a cylindrical scrub deck. We have them in various sizes. They're all stainless steel, highest down pressure, available in the industry. They're great at picking up debris on concrete floors. They're excellent at cleaning grout and also the textured synthetic floors that you find in a lot of sporting facilities. Hey, if you want to find out more, go ahead and hit the link in the description. Be happy to come out and demo a machine for free at your facility. You've probably seen the rest. Demo the best, buy American, buy a Tomcat.